Okay, so today we are going to be multiplying mixed numbers. So for example, I have 1 2/3 times 2 1/4. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this with a model. Okay? The first step is I need to draw my area model. Okay? So I am working in the dimensions of 1 2/3 and 2 1/4. Now, I have 1 2/3 will be in red, 2 1/4 will be in blue. First, I'm going to look at my 1 2/3. And this is going to go horizontally on my area model. Now, I am working in thirds. It takes 3/3 to make one whole. Since I have to show one whole and 2/3 remaining, I am going to make 2 wholes in thirds. So I'm going to have 1 2 3, that would be one whole. 1 2 3, that would be another whole. So now I have 2 wholes in thirds. 1 2 3, one whole. 1 2 3, a second whole. Now I'm going to go vertically to show 2 1/4. I need to make 3 holes in fourths so I can show 2 holes and 1/4 left over. So I'm going to draw 1 2 3 4. That is one hole. 1 2 3 4. That's a second hole. And 1 2 3 4. That is my third hole. Now I'm going to connect to make my area model. Next step is I want to make my holes within my area model by connecting one hole from the left side to one hole in the bottom. So now inside my area model, I have a total of 1 2 3 4 5 6 holes. Within each of those holes, we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 squares. Okay. Now I'm going to take my red marker and I'm going to show 1 2/3 on the bottom, and then I will take my blue marker and show 2 1/4 on my left side. 1 2/3 looks like one whole and 1 2 of my thirds. 1 2/3. On my left side, I'm going to show 2 1/4. 1 2 1/4. Now, in my area model, I'm going to combine my 1 2/3 with my 2 1/4. And this is now what I have shaded in. This is the area. Now I can easily see that I have one entire hole filled in, a second entire hole filled in. I don't have a third hole filled in completely yet. Now I can move some of my outliers to help complete another hole. So I'm going to move 1 2 3 and place them here. I'm going to move 2 up here and place them 1 and 2. Now I can see that I have a third hole completely filled in. But what about this guy that's not filled in? This becomes my fraction part. I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 of my total of 12 squares. So my answer will be 1, 2, 3 wholes with 9 twelfths remaining. I need to simplify this because it's not simplified yet. 9 and 12 both can be divided by a 3. And when I do that, I would get 9 divided by 3 is 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So 3 wholes and 3/4 of a whole are shown in my area model. And that would be your answer. Now, if I go ahead and do this with my calculation way, 1 2/3 times 2 1/4, first I need to turn these into improper fractions. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 would be 5, and I keep my denominator. 4 times 2 plus 1 would be 9/4. Now I can look up and down or across, not next door, to see if I can simplify. I see 3 and 9 can both be simplified by dividing by 3. I would get 1, I would get 3. Now I can multiply across, and I would get 15/4. To make that into a mixed number, 15 divided by 4, because this literally means divided by, 4 can go into 15 3 times. When I subtract, I would get 3, which becomes my numerator. 4 becomes my denominator. And we get 3 3/4, which matches with my model. Okay? Now go ahead and replay this as many times as needed in order to understand the model portion. I know most of you understand the computation, the calculation portion, but we need help with our models.